Hey everybody, it's Grandmaster Ben Finegold here with Game of the Day. It's my first Game of the Day in 2021 that wasn't from the candidates, which recently finished. This is from the Russian Team Championship Premier League, the highest league. And here we have possibly the game of the year, but that would be, I guess, for you guys to decide if you think it is. This game was played earlier today. May 1st in round one. And if this is round one, I can't wait to see round two. So let's have a look at the game. White's rating is about 300 points higher than Black's. White's like 2680, and Black is an IM, White's a GM. So you expect White to win, just not like this. Okay, so they played actually a line that I play. Shocking. I play with Black. I play E6. I play knight e7, and here I either face c3 or rook e1. Those are the common moves. I have faced d4. It's happened. Take, take, and I've played queen b6. And I think most of my opponents have played here, maybe all of them. And I think in blitz chess and bullet chess and slow chess, I've played all three moves, but I've never played queen takes b5. Magnus has played b takes c6, as well as Jeffrey Zhang and other top GMs, so I'm not going to argue with that. In fact, next time I have this position, maybe I'll play b takes c6. Okay, bishop to d3, and they followed a game that Caruana won against Lenich about, 3 or 4 years ago, which went this way. A lot of games went this way. Jeffrey Zhang, when he played Wesley So, he played bishop c5. Bishop e7 is also a common move. And this position has been reached 5 times in my database, and White won 3 and drew 2. So that's back to the drawing board for Black. The engine says Black's okay, but it prefers White. This is a very nice positional move because it makes it awkward for the d pawn to move, because you can take en passant and ruin the pawn structure. And it makes it awkward for this bishop because it can't get out. So here Black played a novelty. I don't know if it's a prepared novelty. Everybody heretofore has played d5, and the engine doesn't like that move, and Black played e5. So e5's okay. Controls f4. Maybe you'll get the bishop out later if you're lucky. Take some control of the center. All right. So bishop e3, completing development. Knight f4. Unfortunately, knight f4 helps you understand White's plan. The reason he played knight here and pawn here wasn't just to, sort of crunch Black, but also to get the c4 square available for the bishop. So White didn't really mind that Black played knight f4. Okay, so the engines all say White's a little bit better. And I think if you asked a super GM human, they would say differently. At least I would. White's doing really well here. And one of the reasons is not only is White better and has more space, and this bishop is terrible, and Black is really passive, but it's really difficult to play Black, and it's really easy to play White. White has the half-open file. White can attack on the king side. I don't know what Black's plan is. I don't know. Okay, so Black played rook d8. That's fine. Queen f3. And now the engines are starting to like White. But it's just really hard to play Black. Probably it's time to play d5. And even though White's better, Black can get a little space. But he played knight e6. I don't know, Black just can't move anything. Rook fd1. It's just very difficult to find a plan for Black. He's sort of getting squished and squished. Okay, now, I don't know if he's lost here. Like if two supercomputers were playing, I think White would win. So maybe Black is already lost. After bishop f6, he's definitely lost. I said this bishop was bad. What's this bishop? Yeah. So maybe I won't play this for black. All right. He played queen g3. Good move. Knight f4. He just came from f4, knight f4, knight e6, knight f4. Okay, now the engines want to play rook d2 to double up on the bubble up, and also it stops this forever. This is stopping it forever, but black actually should have played differently in the game, and then white would have had more issues. Played rook d6, which is definitely what I would play. And after bishop e7, he just said, I'll sacrifice the exchange. I watch Ben Finegold stream all the time. Is that what he said? Okay, and black only has one move to survive here, and that is to play rook to b4, which he did not play. And the idea is, I want to take this bishop and then play knight e2 check winning the queen. And even if I can't play knight e2 check winning the queen, I still want to take this bishop. I'm sacrificing the exchange, but the pawns are bad, the bishop isn't crushing me, and this bishop can't go to a6, can go to a6 now. So actually, I want to do this even if knight e2 check isn't available. He didn't find that. After rook here, the engine really likes white, but not like winning, just much better. And instead, he made definitely the losing move. Bishop takes d6. Now you got 4 bad pieces and one that can be captured. That's not good. Now, not only the piece is bad, black has to play, his queen in a really terrible square, either a5 or b7. Obviously, a5 looks better, but after bishop d2, then you have to play rook b4. And humans aren't going to do that. So he played queen b7, which is just terrible. The move's not terrible, just the position's terrible. Queen g5, threatening mate in 1. And white wants to play queen here, attacking this. So black stopped him with rook e8. And there's 2 really brilliant moves this game. And this is the first one. This is enough to make it a great game. After this move, it's a great game. Queen e7. And this actually reminds me of the game Etienne Bacrot versus Vishy Anand. I don't know, 20 years ago, 25 years ago in a rapid tournament where Bacrot played rook e1 to stop queen e2. Then Anand played queen e2 and Bacrot resigned because the rook couldn't take the queen because of some checkmates like here. So the obvious idea is if you take and I take, as Lizzo would say, the truth hurts. You can't stop e8 queen. There's nothing to do. Okay, now this is threatened and this is threatened. Obviously, if he saw rook e8, queen e7, black would have played rook f8, which also loses because his pawn's hanging. So he tried to defend his pawn. He got surprised. Rook f8's the only move. Queen takes e5. White's up has a pawn for the exchange, the 2 bishops, the initiative, threats. The knight can come here now, and that's terrible. Okay, so knight e6, trying to defend. f4. He played king h8 to avoid this trick here. f5. And now, this move actually isn't a bad move according to the engine. It's not bad for us either, because we get to see more brilliance. But I don't like it because never play f6. Okay, and luckily he did play f6, so we get to see a brilliant finish. Now, the engine says every move wins. Moving the queen wins, not moving the queen wins, but obviously taking the knight's the most brilliant. And if black was a computer, he would just take that and be dead lost, because white has 2 pieces and a pawn for a rook. So, and these pieces are all terrible. So this move obviously loses. So he's like, well, if I'm queen up and white's attack doesn't work, okay, that's not so bad. But yeah, that ends the game quickly. White plays e7. It's amazing. He sacrifices his queen on e7, and if black takes it, the pawn on e7 wins. Black didn't take it. Then he sacks his queen again, and then the pawn gets to e7, but it's a different pawn. Instead of the d pawn getting to e7, it's the f pawn. Amazing. Okay, well, obviously this is checkmate, so the rook has to go somewhere. Rook g8's the best move. And after I take the rook, you can't stop me from queening. So I guess resigning is the best move. But he played rook e8. And this is funny. This is how difficult chess is. White only has one winning move here, but it's really winning. It's winning, not just winning. Can you find it? I hope so. Rook f1 with unstoppable rook f8. What's funny is it's unstoppable, and yet black stopped it. He resigned. And the computer announces mate everywhere, but you have to move one of these pawns, so when you lose your rook and the guy queens, you don't get mated right away. But it is mate in 8 moves. Unless black plays badly, then it's less than 8 moves. I'll show you best play according to the computer. Best play for both sides. h6, check, king h7, bishop g8 check. Let's go for a walk. Bishop f7 check. King h7 lasts longer than king f6. Rook takes. And now we're threatening rook here check, queen g8 mate. So you got to move the g pawn. It doesn't matter if you go to g5 or g6. And then we do it anyway. They're both mate in 3. It doesn't matter, but okay. And then queen and checkmate. Yeah. Now, if white wasn't checkmating black, it wouldn't matter because white's completely winning here. So if there is no checkmate and there's several, it's still resignable. So an amazing game from Maxim Matlakov against an IM I've never heard of, but now I've heard of him because he lost this brilliant game. So there you go, get something out of it. White sacrificed his queen, black declined, white sacrificed again, and the game ended. And you can attack and sacrifice material when your opponent's pieces are all hiding on the queen side. A very good game from white, a tough game for black. It's the way it goes in chess. I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold for Chess.com's Game of the Day. Please like and subscribe and watch more of our videos on Game of the Day. Thanks for watching my video. Bye, everybody.